So, you've probably heard the news. Mr. Beast is at it again. And this time, he's back with the second season of his epic reality show, Beast Games. It's promising to be bigger, bolder, and maybe the most massive show on Earth. But behind the insane spectacle of record-breaking prizes and custom-built cities, there's a much more complex reality. Okay, let's get into it.
First, let's just talk about the scale here, because the numbers are just staggering. For Season 2, the total prize pool is $15 million in cash and other prizes. I mean, that number alone completely rewrites the rulebook for reality TV. And who's competing for this mountain of cash? 200 contestants. But listen, this is not just some random group of people. Oh no, they've been very specifically chosen to fit this season's theme: 100 of the strongest people on the planet versus 100 of the smartest.
And the grand prize? For the one single person who outlasts everyone else? A cool $5 million. Let that sink in for a second. That is, officially, the largest single cash prize in the entire history of reality television, ever.
So what in the world does it take to build what Mr. Beast hopes will be the biggest show on Earth? Well, the production itself is a total spectacle. The show is streaming over on Amazon Prime Video, and it's all built around that strong versus smart idea. But the backdrop is just as important as the competition. For this season, they literally constructed a custom set called Beast City, which, you guessed it, broke the world record for the largest single set ever built for a competitive reality show.
The sheer scale is just mind-boggling, right? But it's not just about throwing money at massive sets and offering huge prizes. There's a very specific, almost scientific, data-driven formula behind all this madness. It really begs the question, how do you actually engineer a global phenomenon like this? To really get Beast Games, you have to first understand the Mr. Beast playbook. This is the secret sauce, the strategy that turned a YouTuber into a genuine entertainment mogul. Now, this quote from Mr. Beast's own production guide, it tells you everything you need to know. He's not trying to make a polished Hollywood-style TV show. His team's one and only focus is to make the best YouTube videos possible. And that's a really crucial distinction that drives every single decision they make. And this right here illustrates their method perfectly. The team is obsessed with a metric called average view duration. This graph shows them the exact moment, down to the second, that viewers lose interest and click away. It's basically reverse engineering human attention. They pore over this data to figure out how to keep you hooked second by second, hacking your brain's desire for constant stimulation.
This obsession with retention has led to a super structured, almost perfect formula. It breaks down like this. The first minute is all about maximum hype, gotta hook the viewer immediately. Then from minutes 1 to 3, it's all about showing, not telling, to build up that momentum. The middle section, from minutes 3 to 6, uses really simple, highly stimulating stuff to make you fall in love with the story. And then finally, in the back half, once you're already invested, that's when they can slow down and put in the longer explanations.
But getting into this highly engineered world, well, it comes at a cost. So let's turn to the contestant contract and see what the price of admission really is. Okay, get this. Before you can even submit an application, you have to sign this massive legal release. And this document makes it crystal clear that you are assuming all the risks. We're talking potential personal injury, property damage, you name it. The contract also has a super strict non-disclosure agreement. Now, the penalty for breaking it has gone down a lot since Season 1's potential $500,000 fine, but a $50,000 fine for speaking out is still a pretty powerful way to keep people quiet. And just how serious are these terms? Well, after reviewing the contract, one entertainment lawyer, Theodore Blumberg, said he would urge a client not to sign it even if they knew it was unfair. He even called some of the clauses unenforceable, suggesting they were just there to frighten people into compliance. This demanding contract, it probably exists for a reason, because beyond the polished, slick final product, reports from the first season have revealed some potential cracks in Beast City. On screen, the challenges look like a ton of fun, right? They're colorful and game-like. In the first season, contestants played a giant version of beer pong. It's that kind of over-the-top, playful spectacle Mr. Beast is famous for. But behind the scenes, the picture some people paint is very, very different. One production assistant told Rolling Stone about some allegedly hazardous conditions, claiming that crew members had to work with electrical equipment that was literally submerged underwater. And those kinds of claims were echoed in a lawsuit filed by 5 contestants from the first season against Mr. Beast's company and Amazon. The lawsuit alleges things like a chronic mistreatment, dangerous onset conditions, emotional distress, and not even being allowed meal breaks. And just so you know, that case is still ongoing.
All of this, it raises a much bigger question about what a show like Beast Games represents for the future of entertainment. So let's zoom out and look at the show's cultural impact and what some are calling the YouTubification of TV.
With 50 million viewers in just its first 25 days, Beast Games was an absolute monster hit for Amazon. Its success forces us to ask a really important question. Is this the future of television?
Some critics are arguing it isn't really television at all. They see it as pure YouTube content, just with a much, much bigger budget. It has that same feel, right? It's garishly lit, it's frenetically edited, and it's built using that same playbook we talked about. It's engineered with those retention graphs to be as addicting as possible. The concern is that this model prioritizes raw engagement metrics over things like character, story, or even art. The show's most direct inspiration is obviously the dystopian Netflix series Squid Game, but critics point out that Mr. Beast seems to have missed the whole anti-capitalist message. As The Guardian brutally put it, imagine Squid Game if the front man and his VIPs were the show's heroes. That's Beast Games. Ouch.
Look, Beast Games is a landmark in modern entertainment. There's no doubt about it. It's a perfect fusion of YouTube's virality and television's massive scale. But it also leaves us with this one big lingering question. As the spectacle gets bigger, the prizes more extreme, and the competition more intense, who is really paying the price for our entertainment?